Hello and welcome back. This is Orcs Must Die. We're up to level 24, the finale, the final, the last level of the series. So thank you to those of you who have been following along and commenting and liking the videos, as well as the subscribers out there. So thank you for that. So this is a series where we play through on Nightmare to achieve the 5 skulls. This is the finale, and believe it or not, what I'm picking there is my normal first 4, the wind bout, the lightning bout, frost bout. Then I'm going brimstones, the 2 guardians, and the spicy mushroom. The last 2 traps I don't even use on this. So the north side gets hit up first, just placing down 2 brimstone tiles at the front of both of those doors. Now normally the brimstones on the right will take care of all of the orcs, but one of them's just set through there. So just got to take care of him, and then there's a small second little wave that comes out of the left. So just making sure I can take those out, but keeping an eye on that fire ogre who I've let slip past. And I want him to be near the rift up there, which is good, because the next side that gets attacked is the east side. Now if I was a little bit more onto it, I could have placed those guardian archers up the top there. I want to get to the front of these things and place my 2 brimstone at the front gates like that, and using the wind ability and the acid pits to take care of those orcs. Now on this one, as you can see, there were a few sappers on this level. I find it's a hell of a lot easier if you use the sappers like I think I do here to kill, to help kill the orcs for you. Otherwise there are a little bit too much orcs. On the first time was a little bit better, was a little bit more destructive. But so this map is, you got the rift in the middle, and then you got north, south, east, and west, and you got double orc entrances on each one, and they'll just stream straight out of those doors towards the rift. I mean, I could have used barricades on this, considering I don't use the last 2 slots in the traps. But anyway, I just kind of found out this play style, and I just wanted to complete the map using the least amount of traps as possible. I suppose you could call it having somewhat fun. But anyway, the theme of it's basically going to be getting to the doors nice and early. So the first 4 waves will come out north, east, south, and then west. So at the start of each wave during the countdown, you want to run to those doors, thin out the numbers as much as you can. Don't see on this round, I don't even think they get close to the rift at all. So on the finale, just don't, like the last map, don't panic and kind of know the waves. So that's those taken care of, and I want to place my archers up the top here. This will make sure that they can shoot, well, they can shoot from the insides. A couple of them can shoot outwards, as well as it keeps them safe from kobolds. Now it's a little bit slow on this one, so I'm putting the brimstones up the top as opposed to at the front of the doors, but I will still want to place brimstone at those doors. It's kind of preferable, but I was just taking a little bit too long to put those archers down. So this is where my fire ogre is going to be handy, but just staying near the rift and keeping an eye on the mini-map. While they're at the bottom of the stairs, there'll be a dull red. As soon as they come up to this sort of platform, they'll be bright red. And as you can see, because of where I've placed the archers, they're all shooting into the middle. So that's why I've also gone the steel weavers, is because to get the reset time on the brimstone, as well as to upgrade basically my guardians to max. So this is wave 5. This is when you get the next lot of ogres. So it's good that you get one on the first wave, and he can help me protect the rift. And then on wave number 5, you get these 2. Now I'm letting them get to the rift as well. I know there's a whole bunch of crossbow orcs coming out. So I just wait to do 3 rounds of lightning on them, and then I charm these 2 once they're inside my circle of death, so to speak. So yeah, these crossbow orcs didn't cause me too much trouble because I just used the lightning. So I'm using my little trick here where I'm just letting a couple of them live while I go around and place traps. I probably could have placed those other brimstones on that one because I didn't have any, on that corner, because I didn't have any ogres or protection on that corner. And the reason why I'm putting them across diagonally like that is so it kind of covers both entrances when they come through. So wave number 6, this is a sapper round. They come through the north hand side, and there's a couple of knolls, but if you stand where I'm standing now, the kind of pathing gets a bit buggy, and you can easily protect yourself from the sappers, and I'm making them run through the brimstones as well. I think I unfortunately lose an ogre or something, but if you stand by these ballistic weapons, see the gnoll, he's having trouble finding me, and the sappers, couldn't actually get me. So on wave 6, it's purely sappers and gnolls, so you can actually run somewhere where you think is safe. It could be by one of the doors, it could be up on the higher level, but I just found that little platform there was the best. So now I'm plugging the holes with Guardian Knights, with Paladins, and we're on to wave 7, which is sort of kind of orcs from all 4 sides, but they start off on that sort of east, west, south and north. They kind of don't all sort of come at once, but because I know I've got a couple of ogres down there and my brimstone, now I should have at least a couple pads on each sort of causeway. The numbers get thinned out, and wave 7 is no big dramas at all. Hardly any of them make it to the middle here, and if they do, they're met with arrows and ogres. So just getting the upgrades there. Just keep upgrading your weaver when you can, if you have any little bit of excess money. Once again, wave 8 is a crossbow orc wave, so I'm running up to the first one, it's thrown down the lightning. I happen to run the wrong way there, so this is just an east and south sort of wave. So the south side's getting a little bit high. I've run the wrong way kind of twice, but I'm going in there and I'm dealing with it, helping out those ogres that I've got. But unfortunately, I let the gnoll here kind of get a little bit more on top of me than I would have liked. That's okay, just use the freeze tactic. So yeah, keep an eye on the mini-map, but if you get confused, you can always follow the direction of the arrows, and that will let you know where there are orcs up the top here. So these paladins here are doing a pretty good job at stopping the orcs from getting through, creating that sort of pseudo barricade. And yeah, that's pretty much wave 8, so just keeping an eye on that. And then you want to have a little bit of money for the start of this wave, wave number 9. I'm pausing the game for some reason. There we go. Yeah, wave number 9, because 2 armored ogres will come out, and they'll come out from the north. And I think the majority of the waves come from the north, I think, or the bigger of the waves come from the north. So if you are going to place down extra brimstones or defense, then have it coming at the north if you have to favor one of the sides. So here's the 2 armored ogres, so I'll get the charm off on them, which is a huge benefit. I mean, I probably could have waited until they're up by the rift to have it, but as I said earlier, I believe the north side. Side's quite a quite a hectic sort of side that they all come through. If I had a little bit more magic, or if I didn't use the lightning, and probably could have used the wind there to push that amount of orcs back, but it's not too big of drama. I mean, their numbers are clearly already thinned out, and only the odd strays that are going to make it up into the circle of death. Quick thing to mention is you do actually have logs as well on this map, which I don't use, and I don't use the ballistic weapons either. But the logs by each of the orc entrances, and they sort of go horizontal left to right, except for this north side here is the only side which doesn't have the logs. So number 10 is another sapper round as well, and it's very similar to number 6, so that's why I've jumped up here, just so I can see them all coming out. Unfortunately, I think I lose one of my armored ogres. There he goes. That's a bit sad. But yeah, that's just the start of the round 10, and then from the north the sappers come, and from the south you get this fire ogre. So I want to charm him as well. There's no reason not to charm him. I've got plenty of money at this point. I could be placing a lot more guardians or brimstones, but instead we're heading into wave 11, which has crossbow orcs at all 4 corners. So just running up doing a dot lightning on one, running over here, trying to see if that had a hit. That would have been, well, I missed twice. So I could have killed this whole bunch of orcs, or used that log there. So now, because it's coming from all four sides, I'm just running into the center, seeing if any sides get overrun, and placing down the brimstones on the ones where they're coming up, and more guardians where need be. I probably went a little bit overboard on that side. And there's a frost ogres, 2 frost ogres come as well at the near the end of this wave. This is probably the last hard wave, as the last wave, which is the 12th one, just only consists of ogres. So I pretty much know in my mind that once I get through this, I pretty much should be alright. So I haven't used any. Oh, actually, there's more logs. There's more logs up there as well, isn't there? So there's logs all up there in the middle. You can all shoot down if you are getting overrun. But yeah, I wanted to do this finale level. I'm not using any of my upgraded items. I don't use the last 2 traps, and I don't use any of the logs. And that way, if you are playing it and you're making mistakes, or you slip up or something, and you need a way to catch up, then you can do so by either selecting, you got a couple more waves, you know, a couple of decoys would have helped, or the arrow traps, or slow pits, or even spring traps would have helped, as well as you can shoot down the arrow logs. I don't even think I've got full guardian amount either, but anyway, just going around to each of the sides and just using the charm, rather than actually killing the ogres. And I think there's the last 2 armored ones coming through from the side. But it's preferable, if you're using my weapons, to charm the frost ones, as they are the ones that can't be frozen with the ice. So here I know that these 2 are coming in at the same time, so I'm just keeping an eye on them both, looking at the mini-map to make sure that they don't overrun my defences. But yeah, so he'll go down, and then there'll be the last ogre left on the right hand side, and I'll just killing him. And yeah, that's pretty much the finale. That's how I done it. So whole bunch of guardians, brimstone and traps, and there's the achievement for doing all the 5 skulls. So yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. That's the end of the series. I do plan on doing more games, so stay tuned. Thank you.